Hello and welcome, this is NerdDragon88 here. It is once more the Dwarven Crusade! I am joined by our cast. Let's start off the introductions with Metcalf playing Denault.
Goodberry?
Our Hill Dwarf Druid. Next up.
Who somehow wandered off last session.
He went to go check out the woodworkers. With Orsic. So, next up will be Wolf, playing Sage.
Goodberry?
Well, why?
Playing our Wood Elf Ranger.
Is here.
Apoc, playing Chok.
Go for pockets and such.
Our Goblin Wizard.
So half-hearted.
Next up,
It's a living.
talking about half-heartedness, Beau, playing
Rolling
Beau.
D20. Rolling D20 for Goodberry flavor. And it's not great.
Yeah, and you should speak up a little bit.
I should be speaking up just fine.
Yeah, I can hear him
that,
just fine.
in that sheer, and as you were saying that, you ended up shifting in my volumes.
I don't know why.
All
Sounds
right.
okay to me.
Next up, we have Kyle playing Lucius.
Hey kids, want to see dead body?
Oh, I forgot to mention, Beau Highhill is a Lightfoot halfling rogue, and Lucius is a tiefling rogue.
Hey
They're
kids,
going-
want to see dead halfling?
The two are going for
Excuse you.
different archetypes because we're doing 5th edition.
I'm a magical rogue and he's a loser.
If I'm something.
Thief.
Yes,
I'm
we
gonna
also
steal all your stuff.
I'm a magic thief.
we also have our observing raccoon down here.
Observing raccoon, huh?
Yep. And as far as our cast goes, there's Orsic Steelmaul, which is our Hill Dwarf monk, which is normally played by Razor, who is not here at the moment. If he does come, he'll be coming later. But we'll find out if he ends up showing up or not eventually.
Yeah.
So, when we last left off, you guys had a bit of fun in town. Denault ended up blowing a whistle to summon Chok, and some conversations happened. Beau and Sage went in to get tattoos at the sister's house. And
The same face.
and ask questions. And oh, I almost forgot. This token is no longer the appropriate token.
Hey mom!
For it is now this token
Oh crap.
with his flowing hair.
Yeah.
The
Legolas.
prettiest of elves.
Legolas.
Oh, I'll be right back.
And Chok ended up doing some exploration of the area around the town square and the sister's house. Yes. Exploration, that's the term for it.
Yes.
Exploring people's hidden caches.
He was not
Yeah.
exploring people's pockets.
We might have been. We don't know.
So, and Lucius ended up going and visiting the, what was it? Alder something farm,
There we go.
and ended up talking to the tiefling boy who's here in town, which was mentioned in the session before that by the sister, who also acts as a midwife.
Oh,
And-
what?
Midwife.
A person who helps give birth to children in a village.
The birthing
Small
doctor.
town. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So, Orsic and Denault ended up spending most of their time at the woodworker's place, talking with the woodworker about a new machine, or a rigging up a device to make rope,
Yeah.
which was not in the session, but that's what they were doing there, in case anyone was wondering.
Yeah. I imagine I mostly went along to make sure he didn't insult the guy too much.
Don't know. He did show up after he did, so there's that. The other thing that Creed found out was that Orillo, or somebody named Orilla, has been in the area, and apparently a Goliath has been in the area. Which links to his backstory. Who is this Orillo? We will find out as the story unfolds.
First of all, you said somebody named Orillo. If you do a coincidence with somebody else's name Orillo, I'm gonna be really sad. I'm gonna sit down and cry. How dare you?
You faded and got choppy.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
However, suspense is suspense, and you don't know yet. After which, Lucius decided to go rushing off to the mine.
Yeah.
And one thing that is one thing that Denault would have definitely noticed is his newest tiefling companion going rushing off down the trail.
Okay.
So, let me move everyone back to town.
That is much better. Thank you.
And the music automatically changed because I set it up that way. Haha!
Haha.
Yeah, I have yet to figure out how to get that music to play.
Oh, you set it up on the page. You can only do a single song, though.
So I have to set it up in order for me to hear it?
Oh! I mean, how to get it to come out your stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Might I say, you picked the greatest soundtracks for these.
But it's a nice violin.
Yes, I know. It sounds beautiful.
And some flute.
Yes. Alright, so.
Right, and after the woodworkers, Orsic was going to head up to the manor because that's where he said he wanted to set up his camp. Because he's not going to be sleeping at the inn, he's going to go sleep up there. Because it's an abandoned set of ruins.
Ah. Well then.
And he's still huge.
Your face is huge.
Yeah, mom's huge. I don't know.
Yeah. And as a note, I am also eating my dinner as I'm running this because I got tired of running games on an empty stomach.
Yo, I eat dinner
Right.
and play games, dude. I do that all the time. Alright,
Yep.
so, what's happening?
So, Donald, I don't know whether you wanted to head back up to the square from where you were, or if you wanted to head towards the mine, seeing the tiefling go that way.
I'm gonna head in that direction because I know that they've been having problems down there.
Okay.
I figure that person might want some backup.
Oh, and you have not heard anything of that sort over the earrings.
Who hasn't?
You haven't.
No, actually, about how they've been having problems down there?
No, about him heading down.
Oh.
But didn't he see me?
He sees you, but he did not hear about it. So.
Let's say he's curious. Because he sees a freaking tiefling frantically
So,
running.
I'm going to grab the earring. I'm going to say, so why is the tiefling running away?
Personal business.
personal as in I don't want to bother him personal, or
I mean, you can come if you like. Just don't be intimidated.
okay.
No time to explain, just trust me. It is who I think it is he shouldn't bite. Hard.
That's my line.
We had lines.
So. Beau, do you have any reaction to any of this?
No, I'm just kind of standing there quietly.
Because Denault was asking this over the hearings.
Again, I don't hear it. Because
I just don't really have any interaction.
Okay.
I'm good.
So yeah, I'll move in that. I'll follow the tiefling.
I'm probably still in the process of getting a tattoo. I don't think I paid for it either.
It's true you haven't paid for that yet.
Yeah. So I'm probably a little focused on the fact that I'm getting jabbed repeatedly.
Well, Chok has nothing to do, and... Wait, does Denault still want Chok to be around? Because he did call me out. But I think I've done my part.
Also, I was hoping to do a little more convincing with the sister. That sounded dirty.
So was calling Chok out over to me? Was that done last session?
Yeah, that was last session. Basically, you called him out of his shop to stick around with the others and help them with whatever it is that they needed help with.
Okay.
Which was apparently getting a tattoo.
And Beau just kind of, let him do what he wanted to do.
So basically, you called me out for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
Well, also you got to test
Correct.
out the whistle finally.
Yeah, there's that.
This is the second time I've used the whistle. I used it once before, remember?
Yeah, I do.
Well, I was telling Nerd because he said that we finally got to the chance to test it.
Yeah, I'd actually forgotten about that.
And I'm did I tell people the session I was in that that there were issues in the mine?
no,
Mention.
no.
I don't think so.
We've all been fairly pushed to the mine.
Okay.
Everyone's been hearing things about the mines.
Yeah.
The more I hear about the mines, the more I think this whole town is just a hallucination, and the moment we get in there, the big boss monster's gonna try and murder us.
Nerd's been plot hooking the hell out of us, just like, hey, the mines could use some help.
Yeah, your tattoo's cool, but have you considered mine?
How about the mines?
How do I do the whisper thing where I can send a message to only one person on Roll20?
You can /W.
/W space name.
Okay, thank you.
And then as you start to type in the name, it should give you options for an autocomplete.
Lit.
You know that tattoo's awesome, but a mime is a terrible thing to waste.
Oh,
God damn it.
I hate you.
It hurts.
Ow.
All right.
Almost as much as a real tattoo.
Dude, honestly, I have a tattoo. I was falling asleep during it. It didn't hurt at all.
I don't know what the fuck's wrong with tattoo parlors in Quebec.
It varies based on location.
Mine was done by a buddy. Mine was done by a buddy who used to do professional work.
It also depends on what part of the body it's being done on as to how much
Left
it hurts.
bicep. Left bicep.
Mm-hmm.
One of the easiest places to get it.
Yeah. I was a little, punk. But no, the only time it really hurt, and even then I started falling asleep, was when he got onto the tender part of the arm. Near the armpit. That kind of hurt a little bit, but I was still falling asleep.
I'm sorry, my parents decided to be weird.
I was really intoxicated.
Oh, that'd be another reason why you'd be falling asleep.
Yeah.
Off track.
You
Okay.
actually
Yeah.
dig in a little bit to wake me up. Sorry, go on.
As I apparently am watching the sister do the tattoo on Beau, I'm quietly just cleaning my weaponry because I use it a lot.
Yep.
And possibly replacing the string, because given I've used it a lot for arrows, I'm gonna need to take a piece of hemp rope and replace the string.
Hemp rope is bad. Twine or gut is better.
Eh,
Hemp rope doesn't have enough stretch to it.
to keep the bow from flexing out.
Yeah.
Because I know how difficult those things are to tighten back.
Basically, hemp is not elastic enough. When it stretches, it doesn't go back to its original shape very easily.
Finally, to hold the bow from falling apart.
That's a magical bow,
He's
sir.
He's not talking about the hemp being used as a bowstring.
Oh, okay. It's a magical bow. I don't think it would break.
As I'm quietly
they can break.
replacing.
As he
Yeah.
repairs the bow.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, so magical bows can, in fact, or magic weapons can, in fact, break. It's just harder to break them.
Ah, okay.
Repairing it before it starts showing wear and tear. Because if I repair it now, or fix it up before
Fine curve, don't you think?
Yeah, like, if you were to take your knife and his bow and give him an acid bath, there's a fairly decent chance that they lose their enchantment.
plan to swim with my bow with acid. If I enter acid, I'm gonna put my bow in my what was it again?
Oil skin.
It was either my. I'd probably put it into the tiny chest for tiny feet, but yet again, that is a magical item. So I'd probably be stuck having to swim with my bow above my head in acid.
Yeah.
And yet again, why would I be swimming in acid?
Yeah, that would probably kill you.
Why wouldn't
So-
you be swimming in acid?
That's
I'm
also
not
a fair
immune to
point.
acid.
Should I make my way to the mine?
You're making your way to the mine.
Finish repairing my bow. I
Which
just
way?
stick the clay pipe, bubble pipe, and just start blowing bubbles. Because why not?
Right.
That's cool.
And because I have no idea what the fuck the note actually wants of me, I'm just gonna sigh and follow him, I guess, to the mine.
You're gonna follow who to the mine?
The note.
Oh, okay, so you're coming with us.
I don't know what he wants from me.
Probably the backup. So, what's happening now? We lost our DM.
So
Okay, there we
no, I'm reading.
go. Okay.
Okay.
I'll be back on just a moment. Computer froze.
Good. Good.
Good that it froze. Wow. Now I'm playing.
No, good that I'll be back.
I was just playing.
I was thinking something along the same lines. It's like, I'll be back in a moment because my computer froze. Good.
All right, nerd.
Wow. Hostility. No.
Then again, it kind of does make sense, nerd. That is kind of a silly thought. Guy kind of sort of went missing after I became a thief. Wow. Okay.
Okay.
You do what I do when I GM games. Leave it up to the dice.
There's a lot of things where it's better to leave it up to the dice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially for anything that's, it's a low probability, but there's a probability.
Yeah, I get it. Alright.
So where is Denault currently headed?
Towards
He's
the mine.
following-
I'm following the tiefling.
Okay, and Chok is going that way too?
I'm just trailing behind because I don't know what he wants from me.
You will.
Did you get that?
Yep.
We can hear you quite fine, dude.
Yeah.
Sweats.
So,
Mine.
yeah, which is kind of where the main focus for the next scene is going to be, because tattoos.
Yeah, they take a while.
At this point, we're probably going to end up in combat, and the rest of the party is going to have to get its ass over there quick.
Hope you don't interrupt my tattoo.
So,
If this whole town sinks to the Underdark, your tattoo can wait.
Ah, says who? Fashion is more important.
Sorry, nerd.
Yeah, sorry.
so the main part of the party is going to be headed out in that general, or sorry, the three of you are going to be headed in that direction.
Alright. Yeah.
And you guys will be coming across a kind of tent camp.
Okay.
Hey.
Alright. I'm down.
Which it's not super huge,
Okay.
but it seems to have a decent number of people.
Okay.
There's only the one permanent structure down there.
Ah.
Well, sorry, there's technically two permanent structures. One is a warehouse, the other seems to be some kind of office building.
Ah. So.
The... okay.
And I missed almost everything that was said because of crappy internet.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
Yay.
So there's two permanent structures there. It's a kind of tent camp for the most part, with the mine entrance, and there's carts going in and out. Yeah, the loads seem to be being counted up a bit.
Okay.
The two permanent structures, one is a warehouse where everything is being stowed. The other one appears to be some kind of office.
Huh. Alright. I'm gonna go to the. I want to go to the office.
Okay. Denault?
I guess I'll just follow him for now. I don't really want to split off too much just in case something happens.
Yeah. Chok.
Yeah, I'm gonna go watch The Office.
Are you going to send out your little friend?
My little friend isn't on me. Because I lost him, wink.
Sad.
Yes.
Oh, that's right, okay. So, I know where he is. Wahahaha.
Oh ha ha ha.
He's totally lost.
Oh,
Shark
yes.
bait. Hoo ha ha.
Yeah.
So,
Shark bait. Ooh-ha-ha.
as the three of you are headed towards the office, you'll notice that there's a rather decent-sized group of individuals that are apparently mine workers put in not very expensive clothing, like the cheapest clothing that they could probably get their hands on, with shackles on.
Okay.
It sounds like a prison camp.
Attractive.
What do these people look like? Is there a type of genera that sort of pops out more?
Genus.
Most of them are human. There's a couple people of other races amongst them. Okay. And they're mostly also male, although there are a couple of females amongst them. They also look like they've most of them have had their hair all cut by the same person who did not do a terribly good job and did it short.
Criminals, yeah.
Yeah, they're criminals.
I nod respectfully at the criminals. I'm now with my kind.
Funny.
No, you're a step above these guys.
Well, I mean, that's true of everyone. Obviously.
Oh.
Because you're not in chains. Yet.
No,
That's
more
not
of
hard to beat.
These are criminals. You are charlatan.
I'm an entrepreneur, sir.
He didn't get caught.
That's the fairest of points. He didn't get caught.
Well, I did. That's why I have a huge bounty on my head.
That's the kind of distinction like in Final Fantasy VI. So how goes the robbing and plundering trade? I prefer the term treasure hunter.
Yeah.
God.
Whereas I prefer a resource acquisition specialist.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you will all be able to walk into the office fairly easily. There are a couple individuals who appear to be wearing tabards and have weapons, but they aren't what you'd call proper guards.
The mercs.
It's very likely that they're basically people that have been hired on to protect the mines.
Oh, they're thugs. Alright.
Thug is an ugly word, especially since, they're pursuing a honest business, security.
So yeah, since I've pretty much, I think I might have a bit of knowledge about paid workers in my day. Would I be able to? Yes. Would I be able to see and or tell what these guys might be? What weapons they might have on them, and just what skills they might possess from the general knowledge. Also, from where they might hide these things on their bodies from experience.
Insight and perception.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a critical fail. And that's a near critical fail.
Yes, it is.
So
The guys by the door, one's got a mace, the other one's got like a sword.
A thing.
Well, that's all I got.
It did.
I don't know who it is, but someone's playing the music back.
Yeah, there is a feedback loop, which is kind of interesting.
Yep.
I have the music turned off, so it is not me.
Where was I? Right, so you guys are entering. And you'll be entering into this kind of initial... I guess you could kind of call it like a small exhibit.
Exhibit.
Yeah.
How?
There's a couple paintings of the mine from ages past. There's a painting of a family, which underneath the plaque will mention the fact that the founding family of the mine.
Okay.
There's like big gemstones that are still raw, uncut, that are behind glass. Large lumps of metal.
Huh.
A single platinum piece, also behind glass.
Huh.
I look around the room. Is there a tour group that's about to enter the mine?
There does not appear to be any sort of tour group, no.
Oh. Oh, okay then.
There is a gentleman there, though.
Oh.
Human.
Does he appear to be more well off than the rest?
He seems to be better off than the people outside, but he's not exactly what you'd call high society.
What's he look like?
Let me think. Okay, so yeah, it's about 5'10", 150 pounds. So, on the thin side. Dark skin. With a kind of shabby bleached hair. So it's kind of a yellowish blonde type color.
He's
What is-
Gary Busey.
His skin is like super dark, like
Okay, fair enough.
near licorice colored.
Gary Busey mixed with Samuel L. Jackson.
He's a black Gary Busey.
Yeah. Samuel L. Busey.
Make that the title of the video.
Samuel L. Busey.
He's a black Gary Busey.
Black Gary Busey.
Black.
I'm hoping that we'll have something better to name it.
Busey is spelled B-U-C-E-Y, by the way.
Samuel L. Busey. That's a great name.
And that's not his name.
A black Gary Busey.
Alright. Anyway.
Sorry.
I look
got
between
sidetracked.
Denault
A
and
little bit racist.
Devilman.
Devilman, what is my name?
Devilman. I
Obviously.
think we just established that, yeah.
Yep.
Say my
You
name.
are Devilman. Devilman.
Say my name, Storm.
Oh my god, that's such a...
Dr. Creed.
Oh, shit.
Goddamn right.
Oh, my.
Fucking Devilman. Oh god.
Alright, so. Anyway. Aside from me getting triggered.
Oh, hey,
Shoot!
Do I even want to know?
Okay, I thought you just tried to kill the guy.
Right? I thought he was a charge in his lasers.
I shoot the guy! No.
Poor introduction.
You have to make a roll for that. So. Hello there. Are you prospective investors? Buyers of fine metals?
I would invest in this place.
I'm here.
I can barely hear you. You're so far away.
How about now?
Now I can
Much
hear
better.
What? Okay. I am here on. You have somebody in this mine that I need to see. He's a Goliath. Tall, bald.
Roll persuasion.
Okay, fine. You know what? I thought it was going to be easy. But you know what? I'm going to use one of these. Yes, public roll.
And I say, and I heard that you've been having issues within the mine.
Anyone want to roll assistance?
I mean...
Sure.
So
I just directly insulted the guy's business. I don't think I can...
yeah. So assisting is giving some way that you were assisting, and then that would have granted advantage.
I guess persisting
Yeah.
on the fact that this is urgent would be for helping with persuasion?
Although, Denault did actually have a pretty good extra thing to add to it to help incentivize the person to be helpful. However, 14 is a 14, and both of those are 14s.
Yep. So no matter what, you're getting a 14.
Lovely. Please roll lower than me.
Well, he doesn't have to roll.
Oh. Oh,
Yeah, you don't have to
see.
roll for assistance.
I see.
You just have to make a convincing argument
give it
for your
to him.
assistance.
Yeah.
I'm
Give
sad.
him assistance.
What?
So, if you're looking for an employee, I might suggest talking to the foreman. I don't know most of the workers here. I work directly for. Oh, come on.
Directly for.
He's figuring it out.
Brain is freezing on me.
Brain freeze.
Biscuits.
I hate it when that happens. It tends to shorten your life.
Yeah.
Hamburgers.
I work for Mr. Zinderwald directly.
And where is he? If I might ask.
My guess would be at the exchange.
And where's the exchange?
Other side of town.
Back in town.
Oh god.
Yep.
It's basically next to the woodworkers. Big building. Has a thing of iron ore that has been carved to have a pickaxe on it.
Have you noticed the mansion?
I'm not pleased.
Considering
could
you just
work.
ran past there.
Yeah. Okay. I'm
Yeah,
not
let's
going
just
all the way
burn
back.
this place down. It's fine. No one will miss this guy.
You know what? Fine. I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna go be searching for this person myself.
As I said, I'd suggest talking to one of the foremans. Perhaps a Parker or Harbin. He's our head foreman.
Are they also back in town, far away?
No, they should be working. I mean,
Thank
somebody
you.
has to keep an eye on all of these miners. Rowdy bunch they are.
Thank you very much. I'm going to go search for them right away. And I go do that.
I have a question. Do I hear Beau screaming as he takes a tattoo?
No, I was just kind of grunting a little bit. It's a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, he's making grunty noises, not screaming. He passed that
Didn't
check
you?
last time.
Did he? I thought he rolled a crit fail.
No. No. Near. It was low.
Alright.
He just
And-
wasn't able to be all super stoic.
Nerd, there was also what I said.
Yeah.
So I hear you've been having difficulties in the mine.
Yes. I mean, we've had a couple difficult employees as well.
Difficult enough to require the Adrian, it was the cleric we were looking for?
Yeah.
I say difficult enough to require the cleric coming out to render aid.
Roll a persuasion.
Okay. Is anyone going to assist?
I can't. I insulted the guy, and I'm the only one in the
You can
building.
you can attempt to assist. You can attempt to take back your insult.
Like,
Or
I'm
you know,
sorry.
go or be like, "Hey, we're gonna be helping too."
Or just turn it to 11 and insult him so hard he feels bad and therefore helps you.
I like that. God, what can I
Just
say?
turn it up to 11.
A lemon.
It'd be more likely to cause disadvantage.
Fair enough.
Those prisoners outside look more wealthy than you are. No.
Oh, 18.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have mattered if someone had helped because the other number was a 5.
Or a 5 if he took that as an...
Yeah. And I forgot to put in his accent again. Okay. Well, we do have a bit of problem with, the plague, as it were.
Plague? What plague?
There's been an illness going around. It was brought in by somebody from up north.
Really?
Causing people to get real sick and then die.
Well, that would certainly explain that darn quarantine, and why they allowed us into the town if there's already some sort of plague here.
Not to mention, I mean, there's been all kinds of stories about diseases and whatnot just completely ripping its way through the entire northern country.
Those I can say are not true. We just came from there. There is some difficulties up north, but they have nothing to do with disease.
One of the big things we've been getting from quite a few travelers is talk about diseases. Supposedly even a thing of undead ended up breaking out from a disease.
Nerd, the thing I'm remembering of the undead was from a different game, though. Yeah, never mind. I'm gonna say has my guy heard anything of undead in the north?
Not really, not for the past 1,000 years.
I say I don't remember any large incidents of undead in the last 1,000 years in the north. And certainly didn't have to do with disease.
Well, we've been getting travelers through for almost a good 5 months or so.
Yeah.
And it seems like at least twice a month some traveler comes through talking about the diseases up there.
No, there was an issue with Adrian. Was kobolds? No.
Gnolls.
Gnolls and kobolds.
Yeah, I say there was an issue with gnolls and kobolds up there, but we got the gnolls dealt with. But nothing of disease. And I did uncover, however, evidence, or yeah, I guess you'd call it evidence that that another kingdom is messing with the kingdom in the north. So you never know if you can trust the source of those rumors.
Well, we started hearing things, and then this plague came through.
But did it really originate from the kingdom to the north? That's the important question.
That's
now,
where the one traveler that we saw was from, but...
Yeah. But I'm not trying to convince you that the kingdom to the north is uninfected. I know that you have no control over the quarantine. I am, however, trying to find the cleric. And I do have training in medicine, so I'd be interested in rendering in whatever aid I'm capable of.
All right. Well, cleric's probably down in the mines checking people.
Okay.
I mean, we've had to bring in an extra load of prisoners into the area just because the normal miners that we pay were just getting too sick.
Okay. That would explain all the people outside and the chains. Is there anyone that could lead me to the cleric? So I can see what I can do.
Well, if the sister was coming down, she'd be able to lead to him. Maybe also Harbin.
Okay.
Harbin Wester.
Harbin Wester? Where would I find him?
You should probably find him over by the mouth entrance. Tall fellow, over 6 foot, big bushy red beard, bald head.
Okay.
Tattooed eyebrow.
So, hey, nerd, we're going to be stuck here for what? A month?
3 weeks.
Or a week? 3 weeks? Okay. Okay. I say, thank you. I'll ask him to lead me to the cleric. Hopefully I can do something for y'all.
Sure, and I guess I'm here too.
Well, you don't have to come with me.
I'm gonna put my hand on my earring and say, "Hey, Chok, you wanna help me with this?"
I hear none of this because I don't have an earring.
Nope.
All right.
I say, so which one's your character?
Are you talking
Lucius.
to me?
The person who is using the earring, because I do have one.
Oh, that's
Creed.
Lucius.
Creed.
Creed. I say Chok. That's who's in front of me, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I say Chok. Creed is wondering if you'd want to help him with whatever it is he's doing.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. You know where to find him?
No, but this town is tiny, so I don't care. Chok just wanders out the door.
I touch my earring and I say, Chok says that he'll help you, and he said this town is tiny and wandered out the door after saying he's not sure where you're at.
I amble out the door and look at the bunch of prisoners, notice one of the guys in there and say, "Oh, hi Dave," and walk away.
I am right outside of the building, dude. If he is that blind.
I didn't know you were out there. I'm still inside.
With those big goblin ears of his, you could probably hear me talking crap about him right now. Isn't that right, Chok?
Yes, so Chok, you basically like walk right by him, say hi to Dave, start walking, and then hear him, talking about you, about how he's right outside the door.
Listen, no offense, I'm much more interested in Dave right now.
Listen, no offense, but get your green ass over here.
I'm right next to you. What do you want?
Closer.
He's like
You're not
6 feet away from you.
okay.
Stay close.
I inch a foot closer, really confused as to what you want.
Good.
Don't touch me.
Good. I need some cannon fodder.
Excuse me?
He might be a little pissed.
Well, that's the attitude you're gonna take. I might as well just fucking walk away.
No!
Well, I'm sorry, but looks like someone wants cannon fodder, and I don't know anyone named Cannon Fodder, so I'm no help.
You know...
So my guy's going to head out to go find the person that he was told.
Wow! I just looked at the screen. I just looked at the screen. Oh, wow. Alright.
Hi, knock knock. Hi, goblin for hire. Can I please I will work for food.
Eek! Goblin! Kill it!
Oh, that didn't
No,
work
no,
out.
no. He's a friendly goblin.
Yeah, mind you, you were
That's
technically
what
further down the road than
I
that, so
expected.
the house that you would have been at, it would be the one that the 2 tokens are next to.
So I'm looking for the guys that the guy said they were around here.
You didn't ask for a description, but yeah, foremans.
Foremans. I'm gonna ask around where the foremans are amongst the prisoners. They'll probably know since they hate them so much. They'll probably plan to kill them in their sleep.
It'd be the person giving orders.
Yeah, pretty much.
There are some stuck-up prisoners who can give orders of the foreman.
No, the foreman would not be given orders by a prisoner. If a prisoner gave a foreman orders, he would probably be beaten.
No. I'm saying
Or killed.
there are prisoners that will kiss the foreman's ass to get the respect,
yeah.
and they'll pass on the words of the foreman.
Yeah, they'd. Yeah, but there'd probably be a clear visual difference between a prisoner and a mine employee.
That is true. Are they wearing striped jumpsuits?
No,
Got
but there is a
stripes.
distinctive difference between, mining clothes and cheap burlap clothes.
Who's wearing cheap burlap?
The prisoners.
The prisoners.
Oh, okay. I was a little confused there. I was like, what? I don't know what burlap is.
You know those kind of rough weaved bags for potatoes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's burlap.
Those.
Oh, that's gotta hurt the nips.
It's rough. It's certainly rough.
Alright.
It's cheap and quick to manufacture.
I would not
Wasn't
wear that.
clear.
I would not wear that to save my life.
Okay, so you'll quickly end up finding the same person that Donald will be finding, which is the head foreman. Being
I
the
asked
person
the right
who's
question to be directed to the head foreman.
yeah, who's the guy who's got on some tough clothes like full-on leathers, but he's barking out orders. Big bushy red beard, a mustache that goes flowing straight into it. Completely and utterly bald.
Glorious.
Instead of having eyebrows, he has these 2 black triangle things that are functioning as eyebrows that are tattooed onto his face.
Magnificent.
I'm gonna.
Oh, and did we ever specify what my guy's beard is like?
I believe we have a picture of it. Or is that
It's
not
your-
accurate to what your image of your beard is?
I was thinking that that'd be a fairly long beard because he's out in the wild a lot. He doesn't necessarily have the chance to trim it.
Yeah,
He's like
it's a long beard, but
Geralt
it's
from
braided.
Witcher 3.
In
Oh
the
yeah,
picture there.
definitely braided.
Yeah, so
He's
it's
like
that long
Geralt
braided
from Witcher
beard.
3.
I wish I could have made it longer without it looking weird, but
Yeah. Okay. Does he have one of those beards where it would almost make a dwarf proud?
it would make a dwarf proud, and you are proud.
Does it make you proud since you are a dwarf?
Probably more surprised that a human could grow such a glorious beard.
Oh, Harbin's beard? It's a pretty good sized beard. It goes to a little bit above the abs, basically to the bottom of the sternum.
Uh-huh.
Jesus.
Okay.
And it's bushy, covers the entire top part of his chest.
Magnificent.
You sir
So
don't
with-
have a beard.
with-
You have a monster on your face.
Yeah, with
So maybe not a magnificent beard, but definitely an impressive one.
yeah, it's a very
Right,
impressive
you-
beard. And there's a couple
The heck was that?
Wow.
Who's sending that feedback?
That was the beard.
That was not the beard. And I can't
It's a
see who
monster,
sent the
kill it.
feedback.
It's the source
Who
of
was
the
that?
disease.
I don't know who did that. But
Don't know
ow.
either.
Sorry. I accidentally forgot to mute my mic.
Alright, so, yes, it is a very magnificent beard. Okay.
Stop in the name of love.
Okay.
Okay. So yes, we all walk over to him.
Yeah, and you will notice that his beard would be bigger, and even more so, but there's a few spots that are kind of singed.
Uh-huh.
And getting closer, you'll notice that, like, from his eyes up, there's like a little bit of like stippling to his skin.
From the eyes up?
Yeah.
Huh.
Roll a medicine check if you want more information.
Definitely. Oh, and am I about walking even with the other two?
You mean with the other one?
Chok left. Chok left.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I fucked off.
Okay.
I like teasing the goblin. Sorry.
You teased him too much.
What was who's the other person that's there with me? Was it Lucius?
Yeah.
Yeah, Creed.
Okay, Creed. I say, hey, Creed, what is that on? And I'm going to say, what is the stippling? Basically, I'm trying to encourage you to give me advantage.
As the two of you wonder as to what it might be.
Medicine check. Medicine check. You said.
Oh, I've got a +8 in medicine, so I'm just trying to get advantage.
Yeah, Denault will be rolling it as you're kind of talking with him, trying to figure it out while walking over.
All right, so I don't roll.
Nope.
No, you don't need to roll. Well, it's either an 18 or an 18. Take your pick.
Yeah. So that is burn scars.
Ah.
It is not very visible burn scars, but that is burn scars that have healed over a bit.
Okay.
Which might explain why he has no hair on his head.
How close am I? How close am I to this? Am I close enough to see this? Because I don't.
Yeah,
wanna look like
you're
I'm
close
not-
enough to see all this.
I'm gonna approach this. 'Cause I'm
And-
seeing an ult.
Yeah. The two of you are, approaching them together, and
Yeah. I'm gonna approach this and I'm gonna say, huh. Impressive. You must have seen some stuff.
what do you need?
Ah, I see. Straight to the point. I'm looking for a prisoner. If you don't mind. He's quite taller than you. Big. Bald. Has markings over tribal markings.
We don't have any prisoners like that. We have a little guy who's bald. We have a big guy who's bald. Neither of them have tribals. There's a woman who's completely covered in hair all over with tribals. Ah, Wolf.
Ow.
You brushing your teeth?
No, I picked up my cat.
And that caused a feedback loop somehow?
Is your cat electric?
Yeah, you need to figure out how to eliminate that feedback loop.
Fix
your
your
cat
cat's
back
motor,
here?
man.
Yeah. Like that fix
All
your
right.
cat's motor.
Because I'll be honest with you, one more time, and then after that, if it happens again, so a fourth time, I'll probably mute you.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's figuring out what went wrong, because I didn't mean to irritate him. I was just being honest. I don't like hearing that.
Yeah, it hurts a bit, but yeah. So, anyway. That's a shame.
I think I fixed the feedback loop, I hope.
Okay.
Lovely.
So,
All I did was turn down my mic setting from full to half, so I should be sounding quieter.
Oh, you're actually not that different.
Yeah.
In my view.
Yeah.
You're good.
But the top half of sensitivity for a microphone is relatively minor changes, but can definitely help in eliminating stuff like feedback loops. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Sound like, yeah.
And I look at him and I say, and I was told that you could lead me to the cleric. I might be able to assist him with what he's dealing with right now.
Let me guess, 2 of your adventurers.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a druid. I think that says it all.
Not really. Druids are mean.
Oh, okay. I spend my life on the traveling. I'm actually looking for support to help my kingdom. I had a vision of death and destruction, or I assume death and destruction. And so I'm looking for aid for my kingdom. One of my traveling companions headed down this direction, so I'm looking for them. Unfortunately, I'm stuck in this quarantine right now.
Not much money to be made adventuring anymore.
Oh, there is if you go to the right places, such as we just managed to finish a dispute up in the north.
Well, I happen to know about where the 2 people that you're looking for are, and they happen to be together. Last I saw, anyways.
2 people, as in the big guy I was describing, and the cleric?
He's an adventurer who came by, not a prisoner.
That does sound like him.
Okay.
All right. He's always been a good boy. Alright.
Where might we find them?
Follow me. Keep working, you mugs!
You too, Dave.
Denote!
Yes.
See if he wants a good berry.
And all of a sudden my eyes light up and I'm like, oh yeah! Reach into my pocket. Good berry?
I still always feel empty after those things.
That's impressive. By the way, congratulations on the impressive beard.
Yeah.
It'd be much nicer. But it keeps catching fire in the mines.
I was wondering how you got those burn scars on your face. I was thinking something along those lines, that it would be a glorious beard. For a human, anyway. If it weren't for all the burns.
I must say, those are quite glorious scars. It really does bring out your rough exterior to show that you're intimidating. Shame, sadly, I can't get those scars, because, you know, my heritage.
I just kind of look at him and say, well, you haven't had a druid try now, have you?
My computer
You know what?
keeps glitching out. Jeez.
I'm up for that later. I have firebolted myself in the face before. It didn't do much, except hurt a lot.
Why do I hear the constant snap in the background?
Oh, sorry, I just tossed those aside. I was playing with some magnets. I say, oh, I imagine there's other things that burn your kind other than fire. I'm sure give me enough time I can find them. Assuming you're willingly to try to take on a few scars.
He'll scratch at his beard a little bit.
I mean, there's one thing that burns our kind a lot, but I'll tell you that later.
So he was doing something with his beard?
Yeah, he's scratching at his jaw, and his beard a bit. And he'll lead you into the mines, or down the mine shaft, I should say, about 50 feet or so.
Oh, and nerd, can things like cure wounds heal scars?
No.
What could heal a scar? What would my guy know of?
Roll a... I'd want to say Arcana, but it honestly might be more like a religion.
Yeah?
Damn it, computer, stop doing that! Jeez. Maybe it's because of my phone? I don't know.
Well, either way, those are both +1.
Yeah, it could also theoretically be something like a nature.
Mm-hmm. Nature would be good.
Because it's natural magics, I guess. but
Yeah. But then what about herbal remedies that my guy would know of, which would make it medicine?
Yeah.
Oh boy, I'm scared.
And I'm just gonna start talking with your character about. I'm just gonna start talking with
Creed.
Creed about what herbs might help him help heal the scars. I know Creed probably knows almost nothing about that type of thing, but I'm going to start talking with him about that.
Yeah, talking with Creed won't help very much, so not enough for an advantage.
Oh,
but you guys can talk about it.
First of all, my character's never been crucified before. Let's get something clear. So,
There's a time for everything. Come on.
wow.
Okay, well,
mean,
I got
you
a
could
13 on that one for medicine.
Okay.
And I'm going to roll periodically on different things. Like later I'll roll a nature, and then later I'll because periodically I'm going to think back on this because from his reaction when I mentioned his beard, I think he would like to be able to grow it out more.
Well, he keeps growing it out, and then it keeps catching fire.
Maybe we should give him a good berry that increases growth hormones.
Yeah, and after about 20 feet in, you'll understand as to why, because they have fire braziers and torches throughout the mine.
What about a dwarven recipe that gives fire retardant qualities? Because I'm sure we may use those in our for our miners.
That'll be an herbalism check.
Yeah. And this is a totally different topic I'm thinking of, so...
I'm guessing some kind of gel or some shit.
Wait, let's see.
It would have to be, yeah.
Knowledge.
Yeah, there's no herbalism
It's under
in the
tools.
skills list. Okay, so I have to click that in the tools? Okay. Oh, well, that sucks. I guess I will discuss that with the other dwarf later on.
Yep. So.
In order to give myself another roll. Like fire retardant qualities. Well, damn, I guess if I'd spent more time around a mine, I'd know this crap.
Yeah, you lived up in the hills. So, about 50 feet into the mine, there's a chamber that has actually been made off to one side, which has a kind of impromptu infirmary?
Mm-hmm.
Or a clinic of sorts. And there you will see a human gentleman who is wearing basically just traveler's clothes.
Oh, okay.
With a holy symbol on, or a gold outlined wooden holy symbol on a simple leather cord around his neck.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
And he seems to be casting Cure Light Wounds on a individual who has a pretty nasty gash in their leg.
Oh, so we have a nice guy in here. Good.
And Creed, roll an investigation.
Oh yeah, pre-roll investigation. Right, I'll do that because I'm good at investigation, I believe.
And since you described one person in particular, I'm going to say, so who's the cleric? And assuming I can I see clearly who the cleric is?
It's the guy with the holy symbol.
Okay,
Well,
who seems to be tending to
Never
people's
mind.
wounds.
Which one do you want?
Yep.
You said pre-roll investigation, right?
I said roll an investigation.
Okay, I did.
Yeah,
So-
he said, Creed, roll an investigation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
So I'm going to thank him, and I'm going to start heading toward the cleric. I'm going to say thank you. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to see if I can find out about a flame retardant solution to put on your beard for you. And I'm going to turn around and start heading toward the cleric.
That would be helpful.
Having been a guy with a large beard in the past, I know how guys with large beards get attached to them. My character doesn't say that. That's coming from me personally. So I can sympathize with the human. The dwarf can sympathize with the human for his beard issues. So, what does he get with this investigation?
Give me a moment. So, you'll rather quickly spot your large companion with his tattooed head laying on one of the beds with a blanket over him.
Oh,
His head's still exposed, but, you know.
Big bald dude?
Indeed.
Oh, no. I'm gonna walk up to him. And... You know what? What would Creed do? Oh yeah, he'd probably do this. I'm gonna cover his nose with my fingers.
As you approach, you hear, 5 more minutes.
Don't you want to say hello to your old friend?
And he'll turn his head towards you. And yes, you do in fact recognize your friend of old.
Orillo.
Lucius?
It's me, man.
What in the nine hells are you doing here?
I can say the same to you.
I'm practicing medicine without a license.
So, am I close enough to hear this, nerd?
Done.
Yes.
I look over, and as I'm heading toward the cleric, I look over and I say, "You're not the only one."
I'm a little mad now. I'm gonna smack him on the head. And let
Smack who on the head?
Orillo.
All right, roll an attack roll.
All right. Let's see. How do I do that?
If you like, I can give you a attack called Smack.
Thank you.
Otherwise, your dagger would work just fine for the.
I'm not gonna stab him.
For the hit roll. As I'm sure Nerd was about to finish.
No. I was gonna point out the fact that it wouldn't be for necessarily doing damage.
Alright. How do I can't click on this. Alright, there we go.
You have to click on the lower part where it has all the numbers.
Which one do you want?
So your total is 19.
Alright.
So
I have...
yeah, you hit him.
I'm I'm like, are you serious? You leave for 3 years without telling a soul, and this is where I find you practicing illegal medicine?
That was a joke. By the way, you still hit like a baby.
Says the one who can never beat me. You know, it's funny, for a Goliath your size, it's sad that you get hit by an itty bitty little tiefling. Talk about trying to prove yourself to your clansmen.
You tempting him?
And he's gonna stretch and sit up. And you'll see that he's wearing a dark blue cotton robe that is rather thick.
Fine robe.
Got it when I started to study. Know how you did your little sparkly things?
Yeah.
And the moving of stuff?
Yeah.
I decided to try to study.
Want to study the arcane arts?
Yeah,
So, you wish to master the arcane arts?
I started studying it.
Ah. How far are you?
Well, I'm no longer using my most commonly used spell of Accent Face.
Huh.
You want to see it?
What, the spell of accent face or the new spell?
Accent Face.
Alright, because I've seen the first one, my friend. It may have been 3 years, but I remember vividly.
Yeah,
Good to see you, my friend.
it's good to see you. Wish it was under better circumstances.
Yeah, I thought you were a prisoner in the mines.
Nah. I mean, I was prisoner for a little bit, north of here.
Why?
I got accused of something I didn't do, obviously.
That's what they all say.
A couple tables got smashed, somebody ended up dead, and somebody decided to accuse the big guy in town. Because, oh yes, all big Goliath types are all clumsy and smash things.
Oh, trust me, you don't know the half of it. We tieflings get crucified, my friend.
Yeah, I know.
Your clan misses you, you know.
Yeah, well, I wanted to make sure I knew a good amount of stuff before I went back.
Huh. Well.
But I do have a few cantrips up my sleeve now.
Nice. Well, I'm not letting you off the hook that easily. How about you stick with us?
Suppose I could.
Yeah. Be nice to work together again.
God, he's gonna beat the shit out of me.
I've mostly been here helping out with treating people.
Well, now you can treat us, just in case the cleric dies.
I'm sorry, and who are you?
Oh, sorry, I didn't. That was a slip of words. I meant the druid. I get them mixed up sometimes. Healers, you know. I've never really fancied the skill myself, so apologies.
Well, I don't intend on dying anytime soon, thank you very much.
Like
if you're
I
looking
said,
for some letter clearing you of any plague, forget about it.
Well then.
Someone needs to
Start the wrong button.
do the earring.
Hey, Beau, you done with your tattoo?
He yells from inside the mine.
Through the earring.
Beau does have an
sir.
earring.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know the new guy did. God damn it, just makes me feel.
I pierced his ear.
Yeah, he pierced my ear with the rapier.
Was that you?
How do you forget
Yeah, that was
this?
him.
Yes.
Okay, I thought that was someone else.
How do you
That was
forget
Beau.
this?
I didn't forget it. I just
Am
thought
I-
it was someone else.
Am I done with my tattoo?
Yeah, you're probably done at this point.
Alright, go ahead and subtract from my sheet, because I'm not at the keyboard, how much I need to pay her. And before I run out, I'm going to look at the sister. I'll be back after sundown. I hear this is a good place for work. Offer a smile and then run out the door, heading towards the mine.
And as I see him run, I go, it was a good, pleasant meeting. It was pleasant meeting you. I'm gonna have to follow my halfling friend. I do hope to see and talk with
If
you
could
more.
move me, nerd. That'd be great.
Okay. Sage just calmly walks out of the building, calling for
I
his
thought you
hawk.
wanted a tattoo as well.
I'm sprinting.
I poke my head back in. Being an adventurer, sometimes life's not easy. I will return though. And I will be paying for my tattoo when I do return. I hope you don't get much trouble.
Hope Avengers
Wow.
smiles on you.
I hope so as well. Good day.
Oh, and I'm going to have my tattoo covered up at first because interesting tip about tattoos, it's not good to expose them to light when you first get them. It fades them.
Although she did
quite-
use up a scroll at the end of your tattooing.
True. Alright, so
I
it's
gently closed the
fading.
door behind me before I just used my elven sprinting abilities and follow along behind the halfling.
Yeah, I'm gonna send an earring. We need your magic words, my friend, Beau.
I think I'm yelling at my new hawk and go, stay put. You're perfectly fine. Stay good. And keep on running. Because I think a mine shaft is not a perfectly good place for a
a bird.
bird.
It's true.
Actually,
It's not exactly the most convenient of spaces for it. So it'll hang out at the shrine there.
Is it clearly like someone's pet or friend? Like,
bird?
Is someone gonna try and steal it?
It's an exotic bird.
That's a pretty bird.
Someone might try and steal it.
It's a mean bird too.
True. True. It will wreck someone.
One that you are capable of riding.
Steal it and you might lose an eye.
Basically, I could probably ride this thing.
that's if you have enough animal handling not to have your eyes poked out.
No, just you talk with it first.
Operation Flying Greenskin.
Operation
Yes.
Flying Halfling. Operation Death from Above.
Operation Air Frodo.
Yeah, basically. I like that. Operation Airflow. Operation Hobbit in the Sky. No, Operation Sky Hobbit. There we
Either Beau there started getting really distorted for no good reason, or I might be losing connection. Hello? Alright. Well, they're coming up with strange names for the operation of halflings making their way across town. We'll be taking a short break. And, hopefully we'll be back up soon. And we're back! Okay, so, There was the.
Have I already been moved?
You're being moved now.
No. Oh, okay.
Whoops,
I
or
will
stretch
let go
you.
of it then. I will let go of it then.
Apparently it's moving Chok.
I was moving it.
You can move
Hey,
it.
let go of me.
I'll try to fix your face.
Go ahead, boss.
I fix your face.
ahead.
You move it.
Go ahead, boss. You do it.
You do it. You don't have the strangeness of warping people's faces.
True. I'm just kind
Why-
of there now.
Why is the elf
Dead
so
spring.
big? Why is his token so big?
He's an elf.
That was Beau moving at a dead sprint.
That was a joke about the fact of his height being bigger.
He is freaking huge.
Am I on top of his token for everybody?
Oh.
Not that I can see.
Okay.
I already moved my token down to the mines.
If I put my token onto other people's, it looks like I'm on top of them.
Oh, yeah, in my view, you went under.
He's gonna be huge.
Huge.
Let's not go there.
Idea.
My hair is
Right.
a very your argument is invalid.
Yes.
Okay. Well, where am I? Someone was on top of me. What is on top of me? No, that's just
Okay.
some weirdness with my token.
Yeah, your face is a little bit weird.
What's different?
Alright, so I'm just gonna zoom in on that general area of things. Because that's where most
Yeah,
of
me
her...
too. I want to zoom in on his face. I'm a little bit concerned.
And haha, everyone has eyebrows.
Yes. Especially the very beautiful elf. Jesus.
Sorry, someone was talking to me.
Go.
Not candidates.
He's a razor.
Hey, Sage. Are they taking the hobbits to Isengard?
They're taking the hobbits to Isengard.
A razor has appeared! Huzzah! Which reminds me, I forgot to do that, which I'm going to do real quick.
I can't luck any of my rolls right now. It sucks. But if I
You
not
burned.
won,
You burned all your luck.
I did. Trying to get the sister to, be persuaded to tell us, to talk to the cleric for us.
You went, am I going to need this later? No, I'm not going to need this later. How am I going... let's just get rid of all of this right now.
And then suddenly, shit, I need it.
Because we wound up finding the cleric without a sister.
Well, keep in mind, if we fail now, she might still talk to him on our behalf. I was fairly persuasive.
However, my
Yeah.
guy is going to offer assistance with what he's attempting to do. The disease he's attempting to treat.
My guy's just gonna offer money.
Well, yeah, but I'm going to offer to assist him.
Money
Because
and a
there's-
silver tongue.
There
Right.
may be more going on here than just some random disease. You never know.
Yeah.
After all, this is a fantasy world. There may be
Yeah.
a place here for us to earn some money.
Maybe.
So, as a note for Razor, most of the party is currently headed to the mine to go talk to people there, because that apparently is where a lot of the stuff in town is going on, is originating from the mine.
Stepping away from the keyboard again.
And after getting your rope weaving rig, you started setting up camp up at the mine, up at the manor, as you had just said you wanted to do before.
Yep. Well, if they're going down to the mine, they'll probably join them. So that way, if I'm gonna be stuck mining, I can at least see if there's if I should try to go farming mining in the mine or not, since we're gonna be stuck here for 3 weeks.
How I farm rocks. How I mine for fish.
Well, my character knows rocks, and he can look at the rock and tell exactly
Just,
if
I
there's
was making
something
a
there
joke
or
about
not.
how you initially said farming. I was, how I farm rocks, how I mine fish. the dumb newbies who ask dumb questions that make no sense. Just making a joke.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just really tired.
You're fine. You're
That
fine.
fish ore.
Remember what I said about humor. Humor is key. Humor makes all
so-
things better.
So, anyway.
Who's your fucking dog?
Yeah. So everyone is currently headed into the mine to go and... Because they found out where the cleric's been hiding. Which, as it turns out, is down at the mine.
And almost this whole time I've been walking toward the cleric.
I had some business to attend to and things to acquire.
Which is why I didn't complain.
Acquisition of things is always prime in a rogue's mind. You know this.
I have played a rogue. Trust me, my fingers were
Because I'm a
very
rogue and I
sticky.
want things.
So,
because I'm a rogue and I want things.
Denault, you were going to go
Yes.
talk to the cleric-y guy before people's arrival, yes?
Unless my guy's in mid-stride puts his foot down and goes, no, I'm gonna wait till everyone else shows up. The last stated action of my guy was that he was heading toward the cleric.
Yep.
Do you have my permission to go with that, since that was the last stated action?
Okay. I mean, you're already in the room, so...
Yeah, I'm already in the room, I'm just heading toward him.
Yeah, and he'll be tending to a set of wounds, mostly gashes in the leg.
Uh-huh. I show, does he notice me as I'm walking up?
He notices you, but doesn't seem to pay you much mind.
Yeah. As I'm stepping up, I say, how can I help?
He'll point over at an area which is kind of off in one corner, which has a group of individuals who all have blood coming out of one place or another.
Ew. Nasty.
Ew.
Holes in the leg,
Nasty.
gashes in the arm, an eye socket.
The
A
type
nose.
of thing. Is it the type of thing where it looks like they've probably been in combat?
Roll a medicine check.
Has the cleric been stabbing these people?
Entirely possible.
Has Aurelio been practicing axe in the face spell on too many people? And has he missed horribly?
Well, he is trying to.
Fist.
The cleric is trying to hide from travelers, so you never know. He may have been creating an emergency.
Yeah.
The
Come on.
cleric is being a whiny little turd.
No comment on Aurelio casting fist.
So anyway,
So,
Great.
from the wounds, it looks like it's various accidents, like you might expect in a mine. Rock to the eye, falling down on some jagged rocks.
Rock to the eye.
Pickaxe to the anus.
Eye rock.
Somebody missing with a pickaxe.
mhm.
Straight to the gooch.
How many of them are there over here?
There's 6 of them currently in that spot, all of which
Okay.
haven't been treated yet. You can start over there with them. get their wounds treated.
Okay, yeah, I'll help with them.
So, it would be cure wounds level 1 for each of them.
Wow.
If you would decide to do it that way, or you could do a medicine check for each. And hope that that works.
Let's see here. Spells. You know, I've got like 90 good berries on my person right now, so I can afford to burn a couple cure wounds.
Suddenly we're attacked.
Whoa!
I'm going to take a look at my cure wounds real quick.
While he's doing that, I'm going to walk over to the cleric and look up at him. If I promise to not get in your way and help while we talk, might I have a word with you?
And you know, you're coming in, and Orsik's kind of coming in behind you. And the cleric looking up is gonna sigh, finish tying off the bandage that he's currently doing, dust himself off a little bit, and he's in.
Hey, don't forget about me.
Oh yeah, and Sage is also coming in with you as well. So the three of you walking in together, and the cleric will dust himself off a little bit. Did I put the cleric's name in my notes?
Probably not.
I'm offering to help and not get in his way, by the way, while we're talking.
Yeah.
Specifically,
It's,
not
yeah,
getting...
his name is not in my notes anymore for whatever reason.
For the reason that is the unreasonable reason.
I probably forgot to save it. So I was using it on my phone.
I don't know.
So,
You walk up to the cleric and you're offering to do your stuff, or to help him out. And...
Just in exchange for being willing to hear me out.
I'm willing to hear you out either way.
Well,
The ladies
there
of
are many-
fortune and adventure has brought you here.
Quite honestly, we were looking for you as I start gathering up medical supplies and looking for the wounded. Let's tend to some of them while we talk. That way they don't suffer any longer than they have to.
Oh, and I've decided what I'm going to do, nerd. I'm going to attempt a medicine check on each of them, and then if that fails, I'm going to determine whether or not to use a Cure Wound spell.
Okay, so you're going to make a medicine check to determine how bad the wounds are, and then use that to...
I'm going to do the medicine check to attempt to stabilize them. Because you said do a medicine check. I could either use a Cure Wound spell, or I could use a medicine check to see if that will work.
Yeah,
so I'll do the
alternative
medicine
idea.
check first, then if it fails, I can use the Cure Wounds. Yes?
I
Okay.
believe if you cure someone for even 1 hit point of health, that stabilizes, right?
Yeah, it does.
They're generally
Feed 'em all
stable,
good
but they
berries.
still have, like, open wounds.
Right, but the ones who aren't stable, feed them good berries if everything...
Yeah.
If the thing fails.
Would consuming good berries heal the wounds? Because it does heal a hit point per good berry.
It would, but it would be slow and would require multiple good berries.
I have 90 of them. There's 6 people here.
Give them like 10 each.
And
Somehow
you
I
forget
think that
about
your
me.
stockpiling went wrong somewhere, because they're only supposed to last for a day.
However, I was casting Goodberry every single night with every single spell level I have, since it's a level 1 spell. 70. I have 70.
Okay.
Can still afford
no,
to give them like
I have 90
10
because I have 2 level 3s, 4 level 1s, and 3 level 2s. So 2, 3, and 4 is 9.
Oh, okay.
So that becomes 90.
And don't forget about me. I also have good berries.
So you could probably just pour a bunch of good berries down these people's throats.
Yeah, I'm going to do the medicine check first to see if I can heal them. If I can't heal them, I'm going to feed them good berries.
There you
Okay.
go.
I look at the dog and go, oh, hey. Want to go good berries?
I got you, Metcalf. I got you.
Okay, so, Beau,
Yes.
I want you to roll 3 medicine checks. And Donaldo, I want 3 medicine checks. Which I now have already.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So good berries heal you, right?
Yes,
Yes,
for
they
1 hit
heal
point.
1 hit point.
Is it physically possible to die by overeating good berries?
They're a magical food, so I don't believe so.
Since I'm working alongside the cleric, do I have advantage on anything?
Not really. Okay, I suppose I could give you advantage for it because you're working specifically alongside the cleric, but
Yeah.
still not terribly good.
Fair enough.
So what are each of our results?
Okay, so Donald, you'll end up going down 20 good berries.
Okay.
And you managed to fully treat one of the patients with a normal medicine check. It'll take a bit of time for him to be ready to do anything again, but
Yeah.
medicine takes time.
Yep.
So, Beau, as you're talking to the cleric, and probably with Sage and Orsic around,
What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
We're helping the cleric treat people.
As we're working, I'm going to look over at him. So, as I said, we actually were specifically looking for you because the border guard, and I know you're probably tired of people bothering you. I do understand. But if there's any way we could possibly repay you for helping us, anything we could do, anything we could pay, just let me know, because we really do need the help. And I'll make a persuasion.
Yeah.
Silver tongue, man. Silver tongue.
No, that would be if it was a nat 20.
True, but I am still very persuasive.
Yes, very persuasive, but not silver-tongued to the point where you could
True.
convince a god.
So I am not at the keyboard, so if there's any other rolls I need to make, please make them for me briefly.
You know, that's something I'm gonna have to do. Is Nerd still here?
yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. Anyway, go ahead.
Just being confused.
About what? Everything?
Couple of things.
What?
You've asked me to help
I'm
you with
trying to-
something, and you haven't told me what it is.
I'm close
A
enough to hear
letter?
this, right?
Yeah,
A
you'll be able to
letter
hear.
stating us clean of infection.
I say, the quarantine!
I thought it was rather obvious. I didn't want to be so crass as to state it right off the bat.
I'm sorry to
Generally,
say,
if you-
I am not going to be writing any letters that will be releasing anyone from the quarantine.
Wow, dick.
May I ask why?
Because the last 2 times I did that, they ended up showing up down the road with the plague.
So your means of detecting diseases are not detecting it?
I have no way of being able to properly detect it other than letting it go through its gestation period, and none of my remedies seem to work on it.
Can I roll?
is there anyone in town right now that has this plague?
We do have some here who are fairly skilled with medicine. I'm an amateur, as you can see, but
Can I roll a nature check?
You can
might
roll
be
a
able
nature
to
check.
we might be able to help.
So does he
if
respond to
we
my
help-
question?
Sorry,
Yeah, he's got a lot of people talking at him.
sorry.
I just quietly roll a nature check to see if I know anything of similar description, given that I am a wood elf.
Well, he simply said plague, but you will see a few people in the opposite side from all the injured people that seem to have these, like, black, almost rotted spots on their skin.
Do I see these people?
Everyone does.
But Wolf specifically went looking, or sorry, Sage specifically kind of was glancing around for them.
Yeah.
Walk
And-
over to the people, and I will
the-
roll a medicine check to see if
the-
I can further analyze this.
Yeah, and the big thing is that whatever disease this is, it's not natural. Or it's not anything of the... Disease normally falls under medicine, not nature.
Yeah. Beau looks over at Sage and notices the, diseased people.
But moreover, the cleric's going to be gesturing over and going, most of our plague victims are there.
Beau just looks over. Ugh.
Once I'm done treating
Looks
him,
rather unpleasant.
once I'm done treating the people once I'm done feeding these people good berries, I'm gonna say,
Right.
oh, okay, I have a periaptive health, and I'm gonna stride over to them.
Okay.
Because it does make me immune to all disease.
Beau looks over at the cleric. We've been in the north, and frankly, there was no disease that we could see. People are saying this disease comes from the north, yes?
Oh no.
Back to Stellaris.
Yeah, pretty much.
Remember when he
And
got
he's
me out as a
back.
kid?
Hey!
E.
God, son of a... Computer keeps spazzing out.
See? I don't know.
Okay.
I see, said the blind man as you tripped over the hammer and saw.
Right. God, that's bad. That is terrible.
You shouldn't feel proud about that.
It's one of my
Not.
it's one of my favorites from my childhood that was told to me by my family.
God, you should
Along
not feel proud of that one.
Okay, so...
along with MR ducks. No
So,
MR not OSMR. See them wangs? Well, I'll be MR ducks.
Wow. So yeah, Beau's going to state that they were in the north and they didn't notice any disease and question that people... Make sure that people have been saying comes from the north. He's asking the cleric.
There's two people that I've noticed with the symptoms at the start of things. One of which went further south.
And was this the first village, the first town infected?
Well, as I said, they were heading south. And
True.
approximately 2 weeks later, we had our first patient here. Second person coming from the north. There was another person I noticed coming from the north that had the same disease. In the advanced stages.
Well, as
But
I
I'm not
said,
the one who
we
called
were-
the quarantine. I'm simply glad it happened.
We were just at Fort Hursk up north across the
When-
border, and there was
when-
no sign of any plague.
When it jumps back to me, I have an idea of what I can. One thing I might be able to do.
Go ahead.
I'm going to grab my earring, and ask the Adventure Guild, since if I remember right, we can call back to the Adventure Guild as a whole, like to the headquarters place, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask if there's any sort of plague in the nation to the north. I'm going to name the nation in particular, or any of the or any of the nations north of there.
While he does that, I'm just gonna have Sage just sit down.
And I'm
Patiently wait.
and I'm going to try and observe the plague victims from a healthy distance, like still by the cleric, just looking at them, trying to see if I notice anything. Perception or investigation?
Perception.
Whereas
I'm
I-
not getting close to them.
Whereas I can actually walk up and examine them while I'm
The
waiting for a
cleric.
response.
I speak to the cleric. My dear sir, I am an elven ranger. If I am given enough time, I could by next morning or later today be able to have one of my spells or skills set up. Because I have an natural tendency and training to detect poisons and this might actually be helpful in this case.
I tried that.
And I, your cleric, and I'm not insulting your skill, it's just I am a woodland ranger. I've encountered like the and if I can have enough time, I could possibly piece together what type of disease this is.
Beau looks over at the cleric. My apologies for my friend. He means well, but he's a bit awkward at times.
I know you all mean well, but I have tried magical means, I have tried mundane means.
Oh, did I
During
notice
the-
anything?
Early parts of things, there's no signs of anything up until the victims start coughing profusely.
It sounds like the Black Death.
Shortly after which, they'll start coughing up blood or dark fluids.
Black Death.
Listen to this.
Beau just kind of grimaces. I'm gonna go ahead and make a Constitution save to avoid like throwing up in my mouth a little bit.
I'm gonna do a history check to see if I actually.
What happens? I'm also gonna make a history check. So what happens with me and my Constitution save, boss?
So you're getting close to them?
No, just from his description, I'm trying not to throw up in my mouth a little bit.
Oh. You're successful in not throwing up.
Just kind of turn green and look queasy.
What do I get from my history check after you described this?
I also made one.
You've heard of a mundane disease that had similar symptoms, but from the sounds of it, this has magical augmentation and a longer incubation period.
Also, did my perception succeed? Did I notice anything about them
They have, like,
from a distance?
what appears to be bruises that then have exposed rotting bits of flesh.
Look at the cleric.
Nothing special. I didn't notice anything special.
This disease
Something like
does
lesions? Not
look
really.
similar to something I've encountered before, but augmented. As much as I can tell right now.
Beau is going to look to the cleric. I understand I understand your reason for not writing the letter, and I won't ask you to. but we would like to help deal with this because, or at least I would, because this is a bad way to die.
This is unnatural, and as such, must have a source. We need to find the source and eliminate it.
Yeah.
It's at this point when the good sister be walking in with a book in hand.
A what?
Beau looks over to the sister and
A
smiles.
book, and
Hello.
she'll be rapidly stating, "I think I found it! I found it! I think I found it!"
Beau walks over to the sister. Slow down. What have you found?
He just quietly listens to see if he can actually try to add more to this.
This disease, I think I found its origin. I believe this to be the
Calm.
Figulus Ferlantris, or as it's more commonly known in human circles, the Rotting Death.
Sage just
Okay,
goes
at that
grim.
name, I'm doing a history check. Can I?
Indeed. Everyone roll
Fine.
history checks.
Boom, nat
Holy
20.
shit. How do you always do this?
I don't know. I know about this apparently if there's anything in history.
Sage's face will just go grim.
Yeah, Beau's probably turning a little pale right now.
Sage just cobbly pets Beau and go, great.
I'm waiting until I hear what exactly it does before I have a reaction.
Okay. So,
I don't know how I always nat 20 like that when it matters.
Only on history, though. Specifically on history.
Or perception.
In moments
had
where it
two
always matters,
perceptions.
always crit.
I don't know. I had a
What
nat
are
20
you?
Arcana once.
Retire and become a historian.
He might. He may very well.
okay.
But then
You'll
a
live a
rogue
good
needs
life.
to know his history. A rogue needs to know his history because he needs to know what shinies are the most valuable.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Yeah.
so the Rotting Death. In short,
Prepare to know everything.
well, no. I'm going to give you the short version this time around, and then we'll have to start up next time with the more details for it.
Yeah.
In short, it is a disease from ages past. It has not been seen for at least a full age.
Okay.
And before that, it was not seen for 2 ages.
Oh my, so this is bad.
It is a disease that has always been concurrent with the appearance of followers of Cyric.
Oh no.
Boy bands.
I
No,
know who
no.
Cyric is.
God of disease and whatnot, and death, and he's got a whole big
Lies and
evil thing going on.
murder and- Oh god. This is not good.
And it has only had a cure twice
Okay.
out of those 3 occurrences.
Do I know what the cure is?
No. It was some kind of specially made potion to fight against it made by some of the best alchemists and clerics of the age.
Damn it.
God damn it,
Okay.
we're We're a bunch of hippies in the forest. We're not going to do this.
I'm not a hippie.
He's a bit of a hippie.
I'm not a hippie.
Just a bit.
No.
Oh god.
Yes. Where
I'm gonna see if I can't recall the cure.
So yeah, as soon as Beau hears this and thinks about that, he just kind of goes pale. Oh dear gods.
an additional detail for about the cure, there are rumors, old stories, etc., that extras were made of this cure and stored in various locations which were considered to be highly protected with easy distribution centers.
Do I know any of these locations? Or will it require a further check?
You'll be finding it out next time.
Okay. So yeah, Beau just goes pale, looks at the cleric. This could be very bad. Let's hope the cure is stored nearby.
All right. I'm sorry that things were not necessarily exciting for everyone and that not everyone got to do a bunch of actions.
It's alright.
It's alright.
I got involved at the end. Honestly, I was taking advantage of the downtime to play Stellaris. I'm kind of a bad person, sorry.
So, yeah. If,
Buddy, why do you think I'm a quiet a lot of the time?
So, if you like our video, please hit the like button. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, put them down in the comments down below. If you want to help support us, you can subscribe to the channel and then go and visit some of the other channels that you'll be able to find in the description down below and subscribe to them too. That'll be helpful. Go and favorite and subscribe to Razor's new Twitch. If you want to be kept up to date as to when these go up onto YouTube, then after subscribing to this channel here, hit the little nerd alert bell, and it'll keep you up to date on all of our nerdy content. So, any closing comments?
It's crunch time. I nat 20. I don't know why. When it's critical to know something, I nat 20.
Yeah.
Try to get a very good berry, you get a nat 1.
I know, right?
You've been rolling
I've not yet
so
achieved
shit
the
for
Godberry.
days.
To be
I
fair,
have not yet achieved the Godberry.
to be fair, you've been rolling terrible this entire session up until that point.
True.
So,
But that nat 20 history, right when it matters. Right?
till next time, be awesome to each other.
Be awesome.